nature of this program, viewer discretion is advised.
What is up? Good morning. Good morning and welcome to Taco Tuesday, here with one angry Mexican who just got woken up by the loud sound of Valhalla. Good morning, Mexican Ironman. How are you doing today? Rise and shine.
Just as I finish each Tuesday show. What the fuck was that noise? Did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard it.
Is it fixed now?
Yeah, you sound fine.
Oh. Just as I finished one show last week and Val, I'll never come back because you white people yell too much. Time goes by, the weekend hits, and suddenly I'm rejuvenated. And then I forget how much I hate listening to white people scream in the morning.
Right. But I'm not really screaming. I'm just...
That's screaming.
That's not screaming. That's announcing. That's welcoming everybody in, man. I want people to feel welcome. Wake them up. Yeah. Let's wake up and rock the day.
And then
Kick some ass.
Then there's the face you make. Suck a dwarf now.
Yeah, you guys can't see that because, yeah.
Get the fuck out of here with that. I'm not screaming horse shit.
Well, I'm not. I'm announcing everybody in a loud manner. That's you know.
All right, just so the people in chat know, my computer screen's warming up. I can barely see shit because I just plugged it in. So if all y'all are talking to me in the chat at Mexican Ironman, no. Because if I type what I can see, it'll look like Loki. See, if I type here in the back screen, then it'll look like I'm Loki. But I'm not Loki. But it'll look like I'm Loki because that's all I can see right now.
Dega Outlaw with the $1.99 super chat says, "Play the loudest skull we got. Mim needs it." Get back in here. Get back in here.
They're all fucking loud. They're all fucking loud. Every single one of them.
And we've got a $10 super chat from Scott Westbrook that says, "Just wanted to offer some encouragement. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, brother, so very much. You and Adega for those 2 super chats. You guys keep the fires burning bright here in Valhalla. And man, I know exactly what to play to get Mim going this morning. Skull!
You're a very funny man, senor.
After these messages, we'll be right back. He's there. He's just putting up the thing because, yep. See, this is what I'm talking about. Good morning, Mikey. How are you this morning?
What do I always tell you when you tell me good morning? What was my standard response for the last 5.5 years?
What's so good about it?
Yeah. What the fuck's so good about it? It's just another fucking morning.
But it's a morning where you get to go out and you get to kick a little ass and take a little names and yeah, man.
Let's play a game today called Guess Which YouTuber Will Call Mike Today with, Shrubbles 08, member for 24 months says, wow, 2 years now, Skull, out for life, and Fanta is the best, especially the UK version of Fanta. Wait, what?
Yeah, Fanta has a different version in UK than
well, how the fuck would I know that?
I don't know.
Thank you for your support of 24 months.
Thank you, Shrubbles. Thank you so very much.
From now on this show, whenever you bring something up, I'm going to stop what I'm doing and read whatever you put up on the screen. Because you're a podcaster now. Hi, lovely Sherry.
I'm a podcaster now?
Yeah.
I thought I was a YouTuber.
Well, same shit. And by the way, Scott Westbrook, thanks for your support. But I just want you to know that Loki doesn't need any motivation to do this. In fact, no YouTubers do. They wake up every morning with a burning desire to like transmit and broadcast, regardless of how many views they get, how many views they think they're going to get, whether or not they're going to make any money or not. It's all irrelevant. All they care about is waking up and being a YouTuber. That's how all of them are.
Really? That's all I care about is just
I had this conversation with Andre live in person.
Yeah, but you know that's not why I'm here.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. You have a burning desire every day of every week to get your voice out into the ether.
I like to give people a show where they can wake up and they can enjoy that ride to work, or they can start their day off right.
That's not your mission statement. Your mission statement is you wake up with a burning desire to be you. And part of being you is being a YouTuber and getting your voice out. How you do that, and that you happen to have an enjoyable show in the morning, is the tactical side of what you do. That's the implementation. That's not the vision or the mission or the dream.
I don't know about that. Mex we can. That's right, with Mexican Ironman for president. I can't believe you're gonna take the plunge and you're gonna get into politics. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Hashtag Mex we can.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we do actually have a show planned today.
We do?
We do.
Uh-oh. I'm on the wrong channel. What am I doing here?
I know. Disney recently he thinks he's funny.
Because I remember when I had a show plan and I got derailed right in my beginning intro.
What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about.
4 or 5 years ago, I had a show plan and I was like, reading my script and like minute number 4. So, intro.
Well, we don't have a script.
Super chats are read. Morning greeting is open. Say hi to people in chat. Minute 4. Begin topic 1.
We don't have like a script. We just have a topic to talk about. This guy. Sherry, I'm right there with you. This guy. Good morning, everybody. Jester of Sin is over on Rumble along with Chris Verge, the Wrench of Wrenches. Good morning, gentlemen. Hopefully you all are having a good week this week. Better week than last week. It is Taco Tuesday, and we're going to talk a little Disney. Which, yeah.
Fuck that company.
Yeah.
Discussion over. Fuck that company.
Have you heard of the Disney Dark Ages? And why they call them the Dark Ages?
I don't know. I don't think so. What's that?
So the Dark Ages is anything, we're talking live action animation that came out of Disney between 1970 and 1988. This was after, obviously, the death of Walt. We're talking about movies like Robin Hood, Black Cauldron, Fox and the Hound, Aristocrats, movies like that. Anything that came out.
Disney almost die?
Disney did die. A man, Walt died. The company didn't die, but Walt died. It was a different time. And now, because of what we've got now and the people that are running things at Disney, it's named the Dark Age for another reason. It's too radical and out of step with what Disney does now to be accepted. So everything's got to have a warning label. Everything's got to have a trigger warning. Hell, there's a trigger warning on Robin Hood. Robin Hood was one of my favorite movies when I was a kid. It was one of my favorite Disney movies. And what happens? Oodalali, golly, what a day. That's right, Mary. Shrubbles 08 with $4.99 super chat. Loki, what is best in life? Be a badass YouTuber and push the love of Alpha Panther to Mexican Ironman. Yes. Abso-freaking-lutely. Shrubbles is on the right track. Shrubbles knows what's going on. The more we harass this guy, the more he loves us and the more he wants to have a Panta. He's not paying attention.
No, because I got shit blowing up on the east. I got shit blowing up on the East Coast right now. Hold on a second. I'll be right back. I got a problem. Hold on.
Thank you so much, Troubles, for that $4.99 super chat. You guys keep the fires burning bright here in Valhalla, and this one's just for you. A little Wanna Fantasco. Wanna Fanta, don't you wanna Fanta? Mexican Ironman wants a Fanta, 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 ah. Fanta, Fanta, ah. Fanta, Fanta, ah. Fanta. That's right. That's right. Mexican Ironman loves his Fanta that he can't drink anymore. He absolutely gets on anybody who drinks that shit. But God bless Fanta. That's right. I love all the Fanta support. Fanta, don't you wanna Fanta? Can't you have a Fanta, 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 ah. Fanta, Fanta, ah. Fanta, Fanta, yes, Fanta. Soul Assassin says, didn't know Robin Hood was part of the Dark Ages. It was a fun film. It's a great film. It's an absolutely wonderful film. There's no reason why it should have any kind of trigger warnings, warning label, or anything like that. And apparently, it's about the kids getting locked up in John's dungeon. So, but Robin Hood saves the day. Robin Hood saves the day. What's wrong with the Aristocrats? What the heck is wrong with Black Cauldron?
Okay, so what did you want to talk about the Dark Ages? I'm ready now.
Because Disney's ashamed of these movies. You've got Bed Knobs and Broomsticks. It's an absolutely badass movie. Okay. Why would they do that? Robin Hood. Robin Hood's great. Herbie. There's Herbie movies on here.
Oh wait, Disney put out the Herbie movies?
Yeah, Escape to Witch Mountain.
Oh my God, Escape to Witch Mountain was my favorite movie as a kid. Like, and then didn't they make a TV show out of it?
Yeah, and they did a remake with The Rock that sucked. Adventures of Winnie the Pooh.
I loved watching that. Wait a minute, now that I think about it, wait, when did Wonderful World of Disney start?
It started around the...
Was that in the 80s?
I think, yeah, it was in the 80s. I'm pretty sure. It might have been
I don't know. I loved
this.
I liked all that stuff. So anyway, yeah, well, they're ashamed of everything. They're ashamed of their 70s, their 80s, and their 90s, from what I can see.
Why?
Actually, they're ashamed of their 50s and their 60s, too.
You know, I mean...
They're ashamed of everything up until, I think they're ashamed of everything.
That makes no sense. That makes absolutely no sense.
Yeah, it does.
You've got this huge library that is just rocking it for decades. Okay? There's a reason why they came out with Black Cauldron, you know, on disc. There's a reason why they brought all these movies up now to current day standards. And then they've got to put a trigger warning on it. What is wrong with Herbie Goes to Monte Carlo? What is wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that movie. Pete's Dragon. What is wrong with Pete's Dragon? How can you be ashamed of Pete's Dragon? The Apple Dunkling Gang. The Black Hole. Who here loves The Black Hole? Who here even knew that it was a Disney movie?
I didn't know that. Did
Yeah,
you?
Black Hole was badass. Yeah, I knew it was a Disney movie. Late 1970s. How can you be ashamed of that? Maximilian. Man. How can you be ashamed of the Black Hole? That was one of the like sleeper badass. I don't understand. Herbie Goes Bananas.
Herbie, all the Herbie movies are American classics. They are amazing. And I would argue Herbie gave like there would be no Kit Knight Rider without Herbie.
No, there would be no Kit Knight Rider without
Kit Knight
Herbie.
Rider was the upgraded badass version of Kit Knight Rider was the badass version of Herbie.
You've got
Disney
Fox
is
and the
ashamed
Hound.
gets passed because it's a bunch of because you white people were racist back then and you're still racist now. And if we're going to erase you white people, we got to erase you white people now and then. Yep.
Tron. How can you be ashamed of Tron?
Because Tron was a racist, bigot, transphobe. Thank you. I'm here. Mexican Iron Man is going to be here representing Disney and answering your questions all show long. Go ahead. Continue on, sir. Next question.
Black Cauldron.
Black Cauldron did not feature enough African Americans in the cast, and that movie is racist because the writer was not black. Thank you.
The Great Mouse Detective.
The Mouse Detective was a representation of the patriarchy. The mouse, as detective, represents the worst of urban America, where you have where we must defund the mouse police because the racist mouse detective symbolizes the racist bigots that are on American police forces across the country. Thank you. Yeah.
I'm
giving you're asking questions. I'm here to give you Disney answers.
Flight of the Navigator.
Flight of the Navigator is also an awful movie because it ignores the contributions of I know why. Flight of the Navigator is racist propaganda because two reasons. Number one, there's no land acknowledgement at the beginning of the movie, and by being a navigator, it is flying over the lands that were seized by my peoples, and it does not give proper land acknowledgement or recognize indigenous peoples across the United States. Thank you. Next question.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Who Framed Roger Rabbit is an awful movie.
What?
It's an awful movie because what happens then is that it makes light. If you'll notice, Who Framed Roger Rabbit is racist because if you'll notice, what color is the rabbit?
It's a white rabbit.
And if this
what
movie
does that
was
have
made,
to?
if
It's
this
a
movie
rabbit.
was not racist, what it would do is what you would know is that Roger would have been a black rabbit because really what happens is that minorities in this country, whether they're Mexican or black, are the ones that are constantly framed because in the end, what happens to Who Framed Roger Rabbit? He gets off. And you know what? When you're one of our brown and black folk, we never get off. Fucking racist movie. Fucking Disney. Fucking
no, but there is a black duck.
Total tokenism doesn't count.
Tokenism?
Yep.
It's Daffy Duck versus Donald Duck.
Here to ask
it doesn't get more classic than that.
Hey, you're the one asking the questions. Don't get pissed off when I give you the Disney answers, all right? I'm just saying.
Rescuers.
I didn't see that one. Not sure why it's racist, but I'm sure it is.
Oliver and Company.
Another racist film that I didn't see, but I'm sure because it's from Disney, it's also racist. Look, I'm already being a good commie liberal Democrat. I just
You've got this huge library that you can pass on to another generation, and you're ashamed of it and you don't want people to watch it. Why even have Disney Plus? Why even have the service if you're ashamed of what's on it? If you're ashamed of everything on it because you didn't make it, why even have it?
That's so we can make lots of money at Netflix and have a good stock price like Netflix does. That's why we're doing it at Disney. Loki, here, let me put on my Bob Iger. Loki, here at the Walt Disney Company, we tell great stories. And in our movies and our TVs, when we tell these great stories, what we're really trying to do is be a great storytelling company. So when you see our movies, you realize Disney, as it's been for 75 to 100 years, has been a great storytelling company. Thank you.
Are they removing these from Disney Plus? No, but they've got trigger warnings and all kinds of other stupid shit attached to it that all it does is, I mean, I understand some of these artists that did these animated movies, they are leaps and bounds a million times more talented than what you have today. It's that simple. These artists, you have people that can't do this today. You have people that don't have the talent and the skill to do anything like this today. Mm-hmm. But Disney's looked at it like, well, we don't need any of that because we've got CGI and digital assets and blah, 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 blah that we can pull from. We don't need to do the art the way we used to, so none of that matters anymore. That's crazy.
Well, I don't know. Dude. I got to tell you, I think that company is just dying.
Darth Arlena says Song of the South was based on tales from slaves passed down. Now it's considered racist. Disney is so stupid.
Yeah.
Do you remember when we were kids? This stuff was on TV all the time. If you had the Disney Channel,
yes,
all this stuff played 24 hours a day, 7 days a week,
yes,
365 days a year.
Yes.
And now it's all considered bad.
Yes. Well, that's because you people are racist.
Us?
Yep.
How are we racist?
I don't know. That's what I see on Twitter.
Okay, now we're playing a game, a Twitter game.
Yeah.
What you believe everything you see on Twitter?
Yes.
I have a bridge to sell you then for $1 million. Go ahead and give me the $1 million and I'll sell you the bridge.
I don't have time to do my own research. You people have to do that for me.
Can we even call the people that work at Disney currently artists? No, I don't think we can. Some of the most expensive, this is one of the things that blew me away, okay? Some of the most expensive assets that have been sold as far as any of the Disney movies, and I'm talking about every age of Disney. You've got Silver Age, you've got Gold Age, you've got Bronze Age. It's like comic books, okay? The most expensive assets that are being sold from these dark ages. If you had to guess how much a cell from the Fox and the Hound went for recently, how much would you guess?
Oh God.
One cell.
$2.
$9,600.
What?
$9,600. You know the scene at the end of Robin Hood where Maid Marian and Robin Hood are being led away as newlyweds in the carriage?
Yep.
That went for $7,200. One cell. What is a cell? A cell is drawn.
I know what a cell is.
Okay.
I know what a cell is. It's about 6 by 8 and it has a bed and a sink and a toilet in it.
No. No. This is a cell that they used, and they used, however many thousands of these damn things to do the cartoon. So it's hand-drawn cells that they used for the cartoon. I have no idea who that is trying to call me from Houston, Texas, but it is a hand-drawn cell that they used when they made the cartoon. $7,600, ladies and gentlemen, for one cell from Robin Hood. None of this other stuff goes for that high a price. None of the other stuff. It's all from the Dark Ages. It's all coming out of the Dark Ages. So you know the scene, the solo Robin Hood scene?
Yeah.
Where he's standing there?
Why is it called the Dark Ages? Who gave it that terminology?
Disney gave it that terminology.
Oh.
Okay, so originally it was called the Dark Ages because this was the age after the death of Disney.
Oh.
Okay, it's also called the Bronze Age, but the collectors call it the Dark Ages.
Oh.
Okay, so this was after Disney's death. Okay, 1970 to 1988. This is stuff that all came to be made after Disney's death. This is before the Renaissance era. Yes. Okay, so the Renaissance era of Disney is like Lion King, Little Mermaid, all that, Aladdin, all that. That is the Renaissance era for Disney. Dark Ages came before the Renaissance era. Yes, the vault. Does anybody remember that? Do you remember that? Remember the vault? The Disney vault?
Yep.
Everything got put in the vault, and only every once in a while something came out. Like you get your Snow White now because after blah, 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 after October, it's going back in the vault. And you may never see it again. That got people to buy the VHS tapes. And if you had parents that were collectors, like mine, they had everything. So we had a VHS of Snow White that was so old, it wasn't in the white box. It was in a black box. It wasn't in the white cushy Disney boxes. If anybody remembers collecting those back in the day, the little white cushy Disney boxes that you opened up like a book and pulled the VHS tape out, it was black. It was before they went all white with their boxes. So it was a black box. The clamshell cases. Yes, man squatch.
Boy, I got to tell you, for me being a Disney investor, you seem to know a whole hell of a lot more about Disney than I do.
I grew up, you grew up watching the shit, same shit I did.
Yeah, but not to the extent that you clearly did. Like, you're more of a Disney guy than I am. I can tell already. My family may have had annual passes, but I can tell you're more of a Disney expert than I am.
Well, when we lived in California, we had annual passes. That was one thing we did when my dad was home, was we would go and spend like, a week at Disney.
Dude, Disney is done and over. Yeah.
They did a poll the other day, and they said, God, what was it? It was like, if you transported from like 1980 to now and you went to a Disney park, what would be the biggest surprise? And everybody said the cost, the money involved in going.
I don't remember as a kid Disney being that expensive. I sure as fuck remember last February when I took just 3 people in my family and it was expensive as flying fuck.
How much? Just you don't have to tell us exactly how much, but if you just had to guesstimate, 3 people.
There were 5 of us.
5 of us.
Yeah.
If you had to guess, how much?
What do you mean guess? I don't have to fucking guess. I bought speed passes and rapid all that shit all day long, plus the food. I calculated that the original tickets were what did we pay for the original tickets? $129 a day. On the day that we booked, I spent at least another $200 per person that day. I spent another $1,000 that day just getting around the fucking park and buying miscellaneous shit.
Food, drink, little.
Yeah, but most of it was lightning lane speed passes. because unbelievably, Mexican Ironman doesn't like to wait around in a fucking line in the fucking hot sun with a bunch of fat fucks that smell bad.
So total
I just told you I spent like $1,500 for in one day.
in one day. Okay.
Yeah, the tickets were like 100 and some change each, and then I did another couple $100 just to get through it. And we did everything. We did Rise of the Resistance. We did that one twice. We did everything that you want to do in one day, which, by the way, is mathematically fucking impossible time wise to do in one fucking day. Like, you
Yes.
prioritize. But yeah, K. Roberts, I spent $1,500 in one fucking day. Did I expect to? I thought I'd spend another $300 to $500 in food, but once we started getting into the rapid running shit, that was another 100 some odd bucks per person. This ride's $10, that one's $20. Just doing the service for the day and signing everybody up was another 20. Shit adds up quick because there's 3 or 4 rides that you want to rapid lane on. Yep.
So, and good morning, Daryl. Good morning, brother. I think that's you. Backtube 77. Okay.
Yeah, and so I'll tell you this. I went to and then when Max came last summer, I didn't plan the trip in advance. Well, I knew he wanted to go, but I honestly, I was really cash strapped, kind of like I am right now. I was really cash strapped. Right after tax season, I pay a bunch of bills, and then the kind of my worst revenue months are June and July, and especially July. July, I never make any money because everybody's on vacation. No one wants to get their taxes done. But anyway, so I got to take Max. So last year I took Max to Orlando, and I bought all that shit at the last minute. We had a fucking great time, 3 of us, and we went everywhere, rapid everywhere, rid of this. And I bought the tickets at the last minute, the last day on a heavy traffic day, because you can always pick which day is this. And I think we spent total $500, including all rapid shit everywhere. No, not even that. Well, yeah, $500 including the food. Like we like all in, all out, rapid everywhere at Universal, and we had a fucking phenomenal time. Yep. And we went on everything at least once.
So, and that's the point
there,
I wanted to make.
You could buy that pass, and you just upgrade the pass, and it gets you in all the rapid shit. You just got to move around. And so, even though the tickets were 100 and change a pop, upgrading everybody was another, what was it? It was like $69 a day or some shit, or 79, or was it 89? But anyway, I was all in and all out for like $500, maybe 520, 540, something like that. All in, all out, in and out. And it was fucking phenomenal.
So if you had to take a guess, on 1 week at Disney for 2 people, just off the top of your head, 1 week, 5 days. We're talking like Monday through Friday.
On the pricing, but including hotel, I don't know.
Including hotel and airfare.
Well, I would drive, but let's just say $5,000.
And that with airfare?
Yeah, $3,000 to $5,000.
Okay.
Including rental car airfare. That's what I would assume.
We paid $2,200 for airfare and 5 days stay at Universal Orlando for our honeymoon. So we got airfare, we got the hotel, we got all the Harry Potter extra bullshit, the shutterbugs, the breakfast at the Leaky Cauldron and the 3 broomsticks and all that extra shit. And man, that's a hell of a deal. I really don't understand it. I really don't understand how Disney can just keep like taxing the shit out of everybody when Orlando's just kicking their ass on pricing. And there's plenty of stuff there to do. I mean, we had 5 days. And it was just, we didn't have a bored day where we didn't have anything to do. We were constantly going.
Yep. That's where we're going back again. I asked him this year what he wants to do, and he didn't even fucking bring up Disney. I said, what do you want to do? He says, we're going to Orlando Universal. And I'm like, okay. And I left it a wide open question. I'm like, are there any other parks you'd want to go to? He's like, I don't know, maybe SeaWorld. He like none of like this Disney have like 5 or 6 parks in Orlando. So I told him, I said, do research and figure out what you want to do before you go to camp, because he's going to go to camp a second week. But his first week, he's going to be going to we're our first 10 days that he's here. We're just going to be hanging out and then maybe zipping down to Orlando. I said, what do you want to do? And he said, and that's the list he came back to me on it. There's no Disney, there's no Magic Kingdom, there's no this, there's no that. I mean, I was kind of like in shock because last year that was the plan. The plan was to go Disney and go Disney large. And he's the one that changed his mind on his birthday weekend. I think it was back in March of last year that he said he didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
Wasn't that when because I called you and told you, remember? I was like on shock.
You
Remember?
did.
I called you and I'm like, look, you're fucking never going to believe this, what Max just told me. Remember?
Yep.
Yeah.
No, you did. So here in a minute, I'm going to hand the keys over to Mike for all of 5 minutes while I run some car keys outside because they weren't supposed to be here to pick up the car that soon. But,
who wasn't supposed to be here?
The heiress's work car. They gave her a brand new Prius 23,
right?
A Prius Prime,
right?
And it dies over the weekend, every weekend.
Really?
Yeah, every fucking weekend. So Toyota Prius Prime, and Toyota she's not the only one who has this problem. Apparently, it's a big problem with the 12-volt battery that's in it.
Really?
So if it sits over 48 hours, the battery starts draining for some reason.
Plenty of time because I've got some stuff queued up, ready to go. So go handle your business. I got some stuff I can share with the chat.
Well, they'll be here in 6 minutes.
Oh,
so that's why I said here in a minute. I'm gonna.
All right. Well, Mexican Ironman has a video he wants to share anyways. It's
share it.
Found. It's a comedy skit. The question is well, I don't know what the topic is exactly.
Grumpy Marine Bed asked, do they still have the Swiss Family Robinson tree house at Disney?
Yes, in the Disneyland they do. I don't know about Disney World. I've never been to Disney World, and obviously I probably never will at this point because my kid doesn't want to go. So why the fuck would I go to Disney World?
I'm pretty sure they did when I was there in 2000.
I know for a fact they had it last year.
Okay. No, I mean Disney World in 2004.
I have
I'm pretty sure they had
it. As to going along with the theme of like everything from the past must die, including Disney.
And Shockwave, it does have that because it's a work car.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Actually, wait a minute. Did I show the audio? Hold on. I gotta check to see if I showed the audio. I shouldn't even know how to do that because I'm not a YouTuber. Okay, there we go. Are you ready?
Yep.
The one that really killed me was last Christmas. We canceled a song that was written in the 1940s called Cold Outside. People said that they were triggered, that the lyrics were rapey, and they had toxic masculinity. And that's fine if you feel that way, but radio stations across the country wouldn't play the song because people were outraged.
Yep.
Which is fine if you feel that way, but at the exact same time, the #1 song in this nation for over 2 months was Wet Ass Pussy. I am not making that up. You can look it up. Google it. So I want to wrap up my show by comparing and contrasting the lyrics of these two songs. If indeed this country has lost its fucking mind, shall we? Let's start with the horribly offensive Christmas song written just after World War II. I really can't stay, baby, it's cold outside. I gotta go away, baby, it's cold outside. This evening has been so very nice. Yeah, you fucking with some wet ass pussy. A bucket and a mop for this wet ass pussy. Beat it up, inward, extra large, extra hard. Put this pussy right in your face, swipe your nose like a credit card. My mother will start to worry. Beautiful, what's your hurry? My father will be pacing the floor. Listen to that fireplace roar. Well, maybe just half a drink more. Spit in my mouth. Look in my eyes. This pussy is wet. Come take a dive. Talk your shit.
I'll be back.
Take your lip. Ask for a car while you ride that dick. My sister will be suspicious. Gosh, your lips look delicious. My brother will be there at the door, waves on a tropical shore. Well, maybe just a cigarette more. I don't want to spit. I want to gulp. I want to gag. I want to choke. I want you to touch that little dangly thing that's swinging the back of my throat. I submit to you, ladies and gentlemen, this country has lost its fucking mind.
Yes, this country has lost its freaking mind. I think that sums it up why Disney must die, because the wholesome family values of the past, the wholesome family movies, the entertaining things that brought us together have now been replaced by all of this woke trash garbage. I want to say shout out to all my formerly fellow progressives, Democrats, liberals, all of you fucktards that I was once aligned with that thought everything conservative was bad. Because here's the thing, you morons. When you conserve nothing, whether it's Disney, the aristocrats, Robin Hood, when you conserve nothing, guess what? You end up with fucking nothing. You end up with fucking nothing. Ironcaster observes Disney hates Americana. Yes, current management does. Bob Iger will be remembered as the man that not saved fucking Disney, but the one that buried it. As Dave Bob observes, this is what the far left promotes. Yes, because they're not Americans. They're fucking people that hate this country. And you know what? What is it that they hate about this country? What is it that they hate? You know what it is? They hate hard work. They hate self-reliance. They hate having to do stuff on themselves. And they think that somebody, somewhere, someday, somewhere, next door in the government, down the street, should be taking care of their lazy fucking asses. Because all of this is about basically being heathen and lazy-ass fucks. Wild and lazy-ass flying fucks. I think pride is funny because in the Bible, they say pride cometh before the fall. Well, pride is all over the fucking place, and this country is about to fucking fall. Everywhere. It's fucking sick. You want to here? I'll give you another example here. This one's recent. I found this one last night. Let's see if I can find the link to that. Here it goes. Leave it to Mexican Ironman to bring you the news that you can use. Even though I'm not a YouTuber, I don't know how I figure this stuff out miraculously on my own. You know, I think I must have read a book called YouTubing for Dummies, because I am a dummy YouTuber. Let's see. Links coming up now. Wait, let me pause it. Okay, so here we go. Now some of you know that I'm a baseball fan. I'm an Oakland A's fan, which makes my life incredibly fucking tragic because we just don't like to win baseball games. We got the world's shittiest owners. When our owner gives a fuck and our team is even mediocre, we show up en masse. But when we get treated like we're in a bad domestic violence situation, we Oakland A's fans boycott, which is what we're currently doing. However, from the City of Angels, I bring to you, this just happened, was just posted. A family went to one of the two or three most famous Angel Stadium family restaurants to go and eat. What happened? Well, some trans dude went into the bathroom with the wife and her kid. They complained to management. What happened? What did management say? Man proceeded to kick the family out of the restaurant. Yep. One transgender dude with a dick going into a women's bathroom created a scene. And here's how that scene was handled by fucking management. Here we go.
Amy, so what are you asking us to do because a grown man was washing his hands next to me, which I have little kids, but we have no rights. Who has the rights?
I've told you exactly where I stand, and I've told you where our company
So
stands.
we have to leave.
Yes.
The trans doesn't have to leave. That was using the women's bathroom. The man doesn't have to leave who made me uncomfortable. What about women's rights? There's no women's rights, only trans rights, right?
I have nothing further to say at this point. I am asking.
So why are we?
Again, I will reimburse
Why
everything.
won't they leave? Why don't make them leave instead of us?
I will.
Yeah,
I know.
I don't get it. So no women's rights, only trans rights.
I'm saying, why don't you make them leave instead of us?
At this
Yeah.
point in the situation, there was.
So whose situation?
You know,
Our situation or their situation?
we're a family here. We
People
paid
work for us
money.
in the
Hold
bathroom and they-
on. Where are we at? Angel
Well,
City
you felt
Brewery.
uncomfortable too.
But
I
there was
felt
one
very
who asked
uncomfortable.
the situation,
That-
and at this
I
point,
feel like If I walk into your restroom, you used to the restroom, I walk in there, how do you want to feel?
We've discussed the same situation. Again, we're not going to come to terms.
So,
It's
Angel
very
City
different.
Brewery is only about
Very
trans
different. We
rights.
believe different things.
Angel City Brewery protects trans and not women. Wow. Hey, how do you feel about that, bro? You're scared, right? You can't even go to the restroom. Okay, so Angel City Brewery only protects trans rights and not women, right?
I'm going to have to ask you.
I'm not leaving. Call the cops.
All right, I screwed that up. That was actually the Dodgers. So I screwed that up. That was actually the Dodgers. I thought it was the LA Angels. It's really the Los Angeles Dodgers. So instead of giving my friends, I feel guilty now because I said that to one of my Angels buddies late last night. It's the City of Angels. It's Dodger Stadium. And yeah, so good job, Paulie, out there in Los Angeles holding the line. Good job. Way to go, Paulie. Undead Ramen says, Dad needed to go in with a chair. I identify as a female holding a basket of daisies that I want to share. I like that. Shellback TJC says, it's ma'am. It's ma'am. Snorter Porpoise Kuberg says, if that, quote, guy had done that to me, I would have completed his transformation for him. Yep. That's what's going on, people in the chat. Let's see what else you have to say about that. Polly says, dude, don't bring me into your rant or I'll come on my... Come on, Polly. Come on. Polly's easy to trigger. He's a California Latino. He's easy to trigger. Shockwave says, there was a story a few years ago. There was a local leader for either NAACP or ACLU resigned after coming face to face with a couple of transformers and realizing they were on the wrong side. Oh, wait, I got to send Paulie the link since he's all triggered. Hold on. Let me send him the link. Let me do that. Let me go here. Let's go here. All right. Paulie's going to come in hot. Paulie's going to come in here hot. Hold on. Let me send him the link. Sending him the link now because he's nice and triggered. I woke him up in the morning. Oh, shit. He's not coming on. Dang it. I was trying to trigger Paulie to get him on. God dang it. Shoot. Fuck. God, I got to get better at the starting fights with YouTubers crap. I'm not good at it. I was hoping he would come on, but I was hoping I could trigger him, but I failed. Dang it. That's the problem with Paulie. Paulie knows me too well. Paulie's like, he sees what I'm doing. He's like, you know what? I know what this cabron's doing, and I'm not going to fall for it. See, if Paulie was another YouTuber, I could have gotten him on. Fuck. Dang it. Shoot. I got to do a better job next time. Paulie called me out of my shit, and I'm fucking now. He did. By the way, he did that the other day too. I called out that the Dodgers had gay pride night. This is a funny one. I sent Paulie a picture that the Dodgers had. Hold on. Okay, this was fucking funny. I mean, the joke was on me, but it was pretty fucking funny. Okay, because I tried to trigger him again. This was it Saturday night or Sunday morning? I don't know. So I go at him. And I sent him this picture and this video of like someone throwing out the first pitch. I don't know what trans fucker it was, but some trans fucker. And I sent it to Paulie with a couple of snarky ass fucking mean ass comments because Mexican Ironman can be a snarky mean asshole. I know. Shocking as it may be, people. Shocking. Paulie responds back, hey, but you threw out the first pitch, meaning to me. I was just like, fuck. Like, I didn't have in fact, you know what? What's today? Tuesday? I still don't have a comeback from Saturday. Ugh. Fuck it. All right, moving on. Let's talk about some other shit. Makini Draw is coming on right after this show ends. Hail Loki and Mike. Andy Masters says, women don't want to hurt anyone's feelings unless it's their husband. And now the chickens are coming home to roost. I don't know. I hope they are. I don't know. I keep thinking that women want to save the day, want the day to be saved by men. Men are like, fuck this. This is your battle, bitch. And frankly, it is. Women are the one that have let this happen. Anyways, shout out to Latino Slant. Great show last night, by the way. I tuned into Polly's show last night instead of seeing the Echo Base Network. I didn't see all the Echo Base Network cast. That shit I think went on for like 5 freaking hours. I still got to see the replay of that. But Polly had a really good show with Alan Ng last night. Good convo. Those guys are movie motherfuckers. Those two guys, Polly and Alan Ng. Holy shit. That's some of the best convo you're gonna find on the internet with two nerds. And those guys aren't just like nerds. They're like fucking movie nerds. Like movie nerds is like a whole other intergalactic level of fucking nerd. You know, when movie nerds get going, they notice shit in movies that like commoner moviegoers like me like fucking never picked up and stuff. Some of my best time was when Paulie would come out here. He's been out here and we go to the movies and shit, and he would like notice stuff. And I went to the movies with Alan Ng too. I saw Godzilla -1. Me and Max saw Godzilla -1 in the theater with Alan Ng. It was so fucking cool. By the way, Alan Ng is a tall ass motherfucker. That boy is like 6 fucking, I don't even know what. Paulie's tall. Like Paulie's like 6'1". But fucking Alan is like, fuck, I don't even know. He's one tall ass Asian dude. Like he's like 6'3", 6'2", 6'4". Fuck, I don't even know how tall he is. But he is a big dude. He is a tall dude. He's not a big dude. He's a tall dude. He's not fat or anything. He's just tall and stuff. Mexican Ironman is typical Mexican height. Now homie is kissing up. Love you, Mike. I'm not kissing up. Wait, does it sound like I'm kissing up? Oh, fuck you, Paulie. Gay fucker. See, there you go. Look, everybody. I'm on the internet starting beef with Latino Slant. Ooh. Now you guys can like write about it in the DMs. Are you guys going to be Team Paulie or Team Latino Slant? The battle for YouTube is on by the brown people. Who are you going to pick? Because it's Latino Slant versus Mexican Ironman. Now, if it's a hand-to-hand competition, jiu-jitsu, karate, street fighting, Mexican Ironman's going to get his ass kicked. However, any other category, I think you can bet on me. Definitely if it's lightsabers and shit like that. Oh, we got a super chat from Second Dwarf 9 for $5. Says, third waivers want equality. Sign up for selective service. Plenty of non-combat jobs. What? Third waivers want equality. Sign up for selective service. Plenty of non-combat jobs. Dude, I think everybody in this country should be required to do 2 years, including basic training. As I look around, we got a country of K. Roberts is already calling out the Latino heat. You know what we need to do, Roberts K? What we got to do is I need to do Taco Trash Cast, like that piece of shit Ethan Van Sciver does. Taco Trash Cast. And by the way, one of my few regrets on the internet was that I was already in bed going to sleep when Ethan Van Sciver came on the Cotton Connection. Because if I had been awake and coherent, I would have gone on that shit and told him what I really fucking think of him as a former customer. All right. Andy Masterson notes that Mikey is starring YouTube drama, the sign of a true YouTuber. Uh-oh. Shit. Okay, never mind. Me and Paulie are friends again. If that's going to prove that I'm a YouTuber, then, yeah, brown on brown crime. Brown on brown internet crime is what this is. Paulie's Paulie's starting his own hashtag, Team Paulie. Well, people, you know what? If it's a popularity contest, I'm definitely going to lose because I think it's safe to say, it's like that scene from The Godfather. Like me and Paulie are like godfathers, right? It's like that scene from The Godfather. Like I'm more like Michael Corleone, and then it'd be like I have to ask myself about Paulie, like, Paulie, why were you so loved, yet I was so feared? Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like that here. All right, guess who made it back just in time to end the show? Stone Cold Loki. You're muted.
That took more than I thought it would.
It's all right. I held the show down. You forgot what happened. Me and Paulie got in a fight, and there's now wait, what do you call it? Hold on, look at the chat. Brown on brown crime.
Team Paulie.
Yeah, fucking Chris Persia. Latino Slant, it wouldn't be a crime, merely a 5-minute martial arts demonstration. You know what? I would last longer than 5 minutes with Slant because I would run first. Like he'd have to catch me. He probably would eventually catch me, unless I'm on a bike. If I'm on a bike, fuck it, he'll never catch me. Yeah. Anyway, so there's now beef, and just like in the great tradition of Neurotic versus Doomcock, in the great tradition of Ethan Van Sciver, Flash, in the great tradition of who else has had beef? God, I could do this all fucking year. I could literally name it. I could do an entire live stream show. I could do a 2-hour live stream show just rattling off people that have gotten in internet YouTube fights. Shit, actually, I couldn't do that because 2/3 of them people don't even know about. So maybe I could do an hour. Yeah, because a lot of them people don't even know about.
That's true.
Anyway, but the new one is, oh my God, Mexican Ironman and Latino Slant are at war. War. It's war. Pick a side. In the end, there must be only one Mexican on the YouTubes.
No, I'm not going to pick a side.
You better pick, Loki.
I'm not picking.
Actually, don't pick because I know who you'll pick, and then I'll get my feelings hurt. So you know what? Fuck that. Don't pick. Don't pick. You're like, I don't know. I'll pick the Mexican guy who does a 1-hour show with me, or I'll take the guy I work out with all the time. Probably, yeah. No.
I'm not going to pick either of y'all. Y'all need to get along.
Me and Paulie get along. We're just, you know what? Honest to God, I think if me and Paulie like released a YouTube channel, or if we did live shows where we just went at each other, it'd probably be some of the most entertaining shit. That motherfucker, like, it's funny as fuck, and it doesn't come across on the internet. That motherfucker is funny as fuck. Oh shit! Just reminded me. My mom told me that she wants to call him. Shit, Paulie, my mom's got to call you today for sure.
DJ Ronnie G says, just in time to mention, later today at 4:30 Central Standard Time, DJ Ronnie G is going to be guesting with me, Pops, and Ironcaster as we talk Shin Godzilla.
Well, all right. One of the greatest movies ever. I love that movie.
Oh, Shin Godzilla is badass. We did Shin Ultraman. I'm not an Ultra guy. I'm really not. I mean, I like the Guyver. Gridman's pretty cool, but I'm not really an Ultra guy. So, but no, I am a Godzilla guy. So we're going to get into Shin Godzilla today. There are two versions we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about the subbed version, and then we're going to talk about the dubbed version. So that should be interesting, as the two movies come off vastly differently, whether you're watching it in subtitles or you're listening to it dubbed in English. Go subtitles, guys. Don't do the English.
Hey, have
dub.
you seen the new chat summaries that YouTube is doing?
No.
Oh, so starting yesterday, they launched something called chat summaries, where when you click on somebody's channel, YouTube now is doing something like community notes. So I clicked on Echo Base Network last night, and this popped up right at the top. The chat conversation discusses a new member named Knee Pain joining and being welcomed to the community. The fans have varied opinions regarding Star Wars, and many are critical of the movies. That was a banner that was on top of his live stream.
Seriously?
No, I just made up that fucking show. No, I made it up. Look, you can see this is a pic from last night. There's the pre-show. There's 550 in chat.
I know they had like 1,500 people in there last night. I was watching.
No, they had over 3,000. They had 3,200.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really? Holy shit. Way to go, Echo Base. Way to go, EBN.
Yeah, I haven't listened to all of it. It went on for like 5 hours, I think, and I only heard part of it. I only heard
like the first hour.
I heard some of it, but I was in Paulie's chat, and then it went on, and so I clicked over there for a little bit, but then I was watching. Paulie and Alan were on fire last night.
La Rihanna watching Judge Dredd. Hell yeah, with Carl Urban. Dredd. One of the best comic book movies of all
shout
time.
out to Coach for getting that guy. I haven't heard the whole interview. I'll be listening to it intermittently throughout the day. But shout out to Coach for being the first YouTuber in our fandom to get anybody that ever worked at Lucasfilm to go on air in any capacity. So that's huge, fucking amazing. Good job, Coach.
Did they ever explain why he took all his videos down?
Dude, I didn't hear that. I didn't get to that part. Like I was in and out for like an hour. They didn't even broach that topic till I think an hour in or some shit. I don't know.
Okay.
I never heard the answer. And Mexican Ironman does not stay up all night for YouTubing. Fuck that.
Andy Masterson says
9, 10 o'clock comes around, it's bedtime.
The EBN boys will be immortalized in 1/6 scale very soon. Hell yes. I can't wait to see that, Andy. Andy does such great work in the community, guys, kicking ass, taking names, and making kick-ass 1/6 scale action figures for everybody. So, guys, Mahogany Draws is coming up next. He just sent in a $5 super chat and said, we got a video game premiere right after you guys. Much love to you, Mahogany. Thank you, brother, for the super chat. Did you get Psychodorf 9 super chat?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So let me throw this in the forward section and we will get out of here, guys. Don't forget Pops coming up later today at 4:30. You guys are absolutely the best. If you want an update on what's going on with Clobbering Times' family, they have updated the GoFundMe. So if you want to go and meet the Clobberinos and talk to his family at the wake, there is an address if you would like to go to the wake. It has been updated with that information. Guys, keep kicking ass, keep taking names. Don't take any crap from Disney. Be great, be excellent to each other. Always speak, friend, enter. And we will be back on the next Taco Tuesday with Mexican Ironman. Have a great one, everybody.
Bye-bye.
You watching tactical training there?
Yep. Look at this guy right here. Look at this guy. Ready? Watch this.
Ow. Nope.
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.